Hello. I've rendered this up, and this is a really short one. It's it's an interesting one that I think we really only need for advanced hire, but the hires can use it too, and anyone can use it, to be honest. Now, emissive. Now, if we look at the emissive lighting section in here, it forms LEDs, and basically things can glow. You can set things to glow. Before, if I was using other software, it would be often quite difficult. You'd have to put point lights within. Say you had a lamp in an environment and you wanted it to glow, you'd have to go in and set the lights differently. You would set a point light in it so it radiated out the light, or you could have ambient lights outside to give it an overall glow. But in this, with the products, it's very, very easy to do. I've opened up my appearance menu, and I've selected a red emissive LED light. It's easy to find them. If you just type in LED, it'll bring you up a whole range of different lights there. Now, these ones here are incredibly bright. You can go in, you can change the luminosity of them, and you can put them up, you can put them down, you can change the colour, but they tend to stay white, and it gives off a kind of, say you pick that one and give it a red, it will give off like a red tinted glow, so it's very neon, which is quite good if you're doing something like that. So I have these three choices: blue, red, and green, RGB, funnily enough. Now, I'm going to use the red one in here, and I'm going to make the inside of my head red. So I'm just going to switch off so I can see just the head inside the right. So I can't get over the fact I can't do that with that menu open. And I'm going to isolate it, and I'm going to just do the faces inside there. So I'm going to bring up my thing, and this time I want to make sure I click on faces, and I can actually, what I can actually do is I can actually chain select. So just hold my control key, and I can click on some more of those faces, and I can just drag that across, and it'll go on to the ones that I've selected. Now I'm going to spin it around a little bit so I can see these faces in here, and I'm just going to hold my control key, and I can just bring them in like that, and I can just and that's that one, and that one. So I've selected them inside, and let's see what this looks like when I render it. Now, they don't look like they're glowing at the minute, and that's the next thing I was wanting to talk to you about on this. Now, in Canvas render options, so I can render in here. I've got this ray trace option like that, and then I've got this all the settings and things in here, and then I've got this final output render here. Now that output render goes to the cloud, and you can get some really amazing sort of renders from it, but it takes a little bit of time. So often what I do when I'm kind of looking at things, because this is being rendered by the CPU, this is being rendered by your computer at the minute, so it's quite a low grade kind of render, and it isn't really taking into account the background, the light, and the way the things would react with it in the shadows. So to give yourself an idea of what these would look like once it's rendered, I would often just switch on my ray tracer, and it would start to ray trace. So it's bouncing a beam of light across the surface. It takes a little while, and every time I move it, it starts to re-ray trace, but I can see that's giving me quite a nice kind of soft glow from inside my robot like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. It's quite nice. So I'm going to switch off my renderer, go back into my hardware rendering like that, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the other side of my head like that. And in the next video, we'll talk about setting scenes and getting the most from our renders. Thank you.